Hi. Hi, this is Mary Carol Thiel coming to you from Oshkosh, Wisconsin from Merry-Go-Round Cards. I'd like to show you today how to make this little card that I made using some of the new celebration materials. Celebration is a time during January and February each year where Stampin' Up!, that's the company I represent, has their best sale of the year. You can get free items by ordering $60 worth of stuff. If you order $120 worth of stuff, you can get either a bigger item or 2 items. So one of the items in the catalog that I'll be using today is this toadstool paper. It's called Toadstool Gardens, and it's free with $60 purchase. I just took out one of each of the designs that are in the pack. There's 48 sheets in the pack, and it's very colorful, very bright. This is a great birthday paper. Nice colors. Great springtime stuff here. Some little toadstools all over the place. This is a very useful design. Cute with the little snails in there. And I think this is my favorite sheet here. And then the leaves on the back, which is very useful as well. Okay, so that's the free item, and you can purchase to go along with it this terrific Toadstools stamp set, and it's a punch set. So it comes with a punch. If you order it with a punch, you can just order one or the other if you'd like, but why not order both? So I have all my stamps set onto blocks over here, and this is how we make this card. So this is a card base. This is Blackberry Bliss paper. It's 5.5 by 8.5, and it's scored at 4 1/4. So you can just fold it at 4 1/4. Okay, I should use my bone folder here. As I get older, I like my tools more and more. Here we go. This will flatten out my card nice for me while I'm working on it. There we go. That's better. All right, and onto that card. Now, this is the card that we're going to be making, but I did switch it up a bit. I thought I wanted to see what it would look like if I used this piece as a background instead of that green leafy piece. I like this Blackberry Bliss in here because it gives you good contrast with these bright colors, and it gives your eyes kind of a little bit of a rest from the very busyness of the paper. So this sheet is just 1/4 inch smaller, so instead of 5.5, it's 5 1/4, and it's 4 going across. And then this piece is, I should have written this down, I think I did a week ago when I was first going to tape this, and then I found out that my camera on my computer didn't work, and so I was delayed a little bit. This piece is 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. All right, so let's just put those on. Use some of my multi-purpose liquid glue. You can use a tape runner if that's your preference. I really like, I'm a glue girl. I just like the glue. All right, so I'm going to center that on the front of my card. This is just kind of a mat here, but it's wide enough so that you can see the design a bit. All right, and then this one also gets centered. This Blackberry Bliss. Oh, don't need a lot of glue. Most beginners tend to use more glue than they really need to. There we go. Okay. Okay, now we're all set up. I'll put this aside and we're going to move on to the stamping. So I have 2 strips of paper here to do my stamping on. These mushrooms, or mushroom tops, are all punched out, and so is this one particular stem. So I'm going to just start by stamping. And I have some older stamp pads, but they still work fine for me. And what I like to do when I stamp is the first time I have that stamp out is I just stamp it on a different sheet of paper. See that? Let's get this. And this is just a piece of scrap paper here. So I'm going to look at it. Looks very good. And I'm just going to stamp it on here. Give it a second for the ink to transfer from the stamp to the paper. There we go. Perfect, huh? And I only have one like that in the... I just have one like that in the whole card. Okay. So let's go to this one. And I also have a pumpkin pie, one of this stamp. Yeah, this is something you can do on these acrylic stamps, is you can kind of look through and see if you missed any spots on the stamp. I think I have it all, but I'll just do one like that. It's kind of like priming the pump. You know, when you go camping and you're using a pump and you have to like go up and down on the pump handle until the water comes out. That's kind of how I think of this. It's like priming the pump. All right, and I'll put that one on here. And I'll just give it a few minutes to transfer. Okay, very good. I'm gonna wipe that off so I can move on to a different color. This is a Stampin' Chamois, which all you do, they come like this really nice purple color, and as you use them, they get stained, so don't be alarmed. This is actually clean. All right, so I can close this stamp pad up, and we'll move on to Daffodil Delight, just a nice bright yellow color, and we'll make a toadstool top out of this. Many of you have ever seen an actual toad on a toadstool? Isn't that a funny question? Heard somebody ask that once, and it's, you know, it's just fun. All right, so I'll put that one on here. Let it transfer. Very good. All right. Then I will move on to fresh freesia. One like that. Let's wipe that off. All my colors transferring from one ink pad to another. All right. Here's fresh freesia. Do it on here first. Oh, that one's perfect. First time going. All right, I should have put these maybe a little bit closer together. I'm running out of room here for my last one. For my last one, I used Cajun Crayon. It's a little bit different. And I'm just going to good. It's a little bit light, so we'll just go one more time here. I always tell the people in my class to do it this way too, to stamp it a couple of times, or once anyway, on a sheet of scrap paper to the side, just so they see very good what they've got. All right, now with some more things to stamp, we're going to stamp this one in pretty in pink, but that's a different stamp head. Let's just wipe that one off. Put it back in here. Different toadstool top, I should say, not a stamp head. What's a stamp head anyway? Whoops, wrong one. Pretty in pink. Okay. I like this color a lot. There we go. Okay. Not looking too pink there yet, but sometimes they dry off and they look better. Now this one we'll have to fussy cut out. There we go. Ah, nice. Cute. Okay. Wipe it off. And as long as we're stamping, we may as well stamp our other things that we need to stamp here too. We're going to do some of the stems. And I used crumb cake for the stems. Well, here we go. I've got 2 of them like this. Nice. All right. There we go. Okay. Two like that. And I've got these 2 on the same block, but I need both of them. So I'll just put them on there. Oops, I didn't go first, but I think I'm good. Yep, I'm fine. All right, and then I've got this little ladybug. Now the little ladybug is, the base of it I have stamped on this little circle. This is from Stylish Shapes. It's the smallest circle. And I used Blackberry Bliss for the bottom of it. It just goes with the colors of the design. Here we go. I'll do him right there, or her, if it's a ladybug. And we'll just go right toward the bottom here. Okay. Good. All right. And then I have the top part of the ladybug I'm going to do in Melon Mambo. And that I'm going to have to cut out. That's a little tiny piece. If you didn't want to do this little ladybug, you could certainly do, put a little gem there, or you could put like one of these dragonflies, or now we have bees. There's little butterflies, little metallic things that would work very nicely right there. You wouldn't have to mess with this little ladybug. I kind of like it. I like ladybugs. All right, what else do I have to stamp? Oh, I have to stamp the sentiment on there. So I used Cajun Craze again for that. And I put just a little thank you. Oh, try it again. There we go. Could use Blackberry Bliss too. Blackberry Bliss would look very nice right there. And that can go toward the top of that little circle if you have the ladybug or something else on the bottom. All right, very nice. Okay, I have one more piece that I need, and I'm going to close this up, get it out of the way. And I'm just going to cut it out of, I don't think I need my stamps anymore. I'll have to go back and wipe those off. I'm going to use my punch on that and just punch one stem from right here. See how I'm going to show you how these punches work, because some people, my new people haven't had this experience. Okay, so here's your punch. You turn it over, you slide this to open it up. Okay, then right here is the opening where the paper goes. So I'm just going to slide my paper in to the spot I need it and punch that out. That will be one of my stems. All right, so let me punch these out now. And this particular punch does not leave a little white edge on it like oftentimes they do. You just want to make sure that, you know, these little white dots aren't right on the edge of your punch. All right, now this one uses the other one. Same deal. I don't want any white showing, but I want to leave as much space as I can between the dots and the edge of the toadstool top. Okay, we'll move on to this one. See how easy this is? Use a punch instead of running them through a die cutting machine. Also, if you don't have a die cutting machine, you don't need it. Well, let's see, there we go. That's better. I can just do these all at once instead of, I mean, the die cutting machine is great. Don't let me kid you on that. But if I have 3 toadstool tops the same, I have to run that through 3 times. Okay, and now this last one, I'm going to have to just cut this end here so I can put this in the right way. And I can just use my finger right here to slide it where I want. That looks good. There we go. Okay, so I can just get rid of these scraps here. I think I'm going to get rid of this little paper here too. I need that right now. All right. Now these I have to cut out. So let's just talk a little bit while I cut these out. In case you were wondering, I do have in-person classes. I live in Oshkosh, Wisconsin, but I often have people come from farther away. Now these, I'm going to leave a little bit of white around the edge. My next classes are in February. I have Wednesday class that goes, it's on the 9th of February, and it goes from 9:30 until 12. And then I have a Saturday, and that's a 3 cards for $15 or free with a $20 purchase from the catalog. Okay. These aren't very hard to cut out, really. And the Saturday class is a little different. It's a product-based class. So you will get extra materials. You make the cards from the materials that you get, typically some paper and either some gems or ribbon. And then you'll have extras to take home and make more cards with. That is 8 cards, 2 each of 4 designs for $30, which probably is a little bit priced a little bit low, but for now that's what it is. And you also get some ideas, like some PDFs or written instructions for several more cards that you could make using some of that same paper. So last month in January, we used the Marbled Elegance and the Heart Sequins, and we made 8 cards. And then they had extra paper to take home and a pack of Heart Sequins. I got a whole pack of each, which may have been a little generous, but I tend to be that way. All right. 2 more left here, and then we can start some gluing. So the Saturday class, I need sign up earlier because I have to order that product. So I'd like sign up for that by February 2nd, which is a Wednesday. That gives me a week to get the product and a few days to get it ready for you. You can bet that we will be using this toadstool paper and punch in at least one of those classes. All right. See, this isn't very hard. Okay. Oh, I almost forgot about this little top for the ladybug. And it wouldn't have to be a ladybug either. You could just forget the top and maybe just draw some lines or dots or something on the bug. That would be a nice, easy way to do that. All right, so we'll get rid of these scraps here. And we are ready to go. All right, so I started with kind of figuring out where this was going to go. I don't put it on yet. This goes on toward the end, but I do need it to stage things. So I started kind of with this one in the middle, the yellow. Oh, I know what I did next. Next, I just put these together. So there is, oops, a little much glue on there. I'm going to get some of that off. I use so much light for videotaping. There's a difference. You know, you could put this underneath, but this is the underside. I'll show you on this one. This is the underside of the mushroom, so it really goes there, not underneath. So we'll put that right there. And you want it to have a little bit of a curve. This is not a card meant to be straight and angular. All right, we'll do this one. A little dab of glue, not much. All right, that's plenty. I'm learning where to do my work here when I'm videotaping so that I'm in your screen. All right, so we did this one and we used this one. And again, we're going to put it on top. There is one that goes on the bottom. That pretty and pink one is going to go underneath because you don't see the underside of the toadstool on that one. So that one goes underneath. Okay, here we go. Nice. All right, we'll do that one next. So, that's not it. That's white. I must have accidentally thrown it out. We'll just do another one quick. So that one I'm going to put underneath. Oops, get in the screen here. Okay, I'm going to let that dry this way. All right, I've got this one now. I could have used Cajun Craze for the stem on this, but as long as I was doing crumb cake for all the other stems, I just want crumb cake. There you go. And oh, I cut 2 of them from that crumb cake paper. Well, and now I only have 1. So I have to leave my desk here for just a second and grab a little scrap of crumb cake. Here we go. And this is a scrap. I use this on something else to make a ripped edge. But I can. There we go. That's all I need. Okay. And again, that one I put on the top. The only one I put on the bottom was that pink one. All right, as long as we're gluing, let's glue this ladybug back on. Just a dot. Even I tend to use too much glue sometimes. And I've been doing this for like almost 6 years now. Longer than that, actually. It's just been 6 years since I've been working with Stampin' Up. And this is kind of tricky to get this how you like it. Okay. Not quite exactly how I would otherwise do it. All right. So back to positioning. All right, that one's going to go there. This one is glued directly down, and notice how I have this like over the edge a little bit. I like it like that. So I'll just put a little bit of glue on there. Put that kind of at an angle. I should put this one where you can maybe look at it while I talk about it. All right, we're going to put this one again. We're going to put it over the edge just a little bit. I'll put just a dab on the stem. Okay, right there. Okay. And I'm going to stick this one next, this pink one, because I want the stem of that to kind of go underneath there a little. Ooh, I like that. That's cute. And that one's glued directly down as well. No dimensionals on those. Okay. Oh, I see. This one I tipped inward, and this one I'm tipping outward. I think I like the outward tip better. There we go. All right, then I just have these 3 in the middle here, up on top. And that one's going to go there. And this one's going to go underneath that. Okay, so actually the only one on dimensionals... Oh, what did I do? Oh, this one's in the middle. There we go. This one is on dimensionals. These other 2 are glued directly down. And you know what? You make the design you want to make. You don't have to follow exactly how these mushrooms are. You'll probably come up with something even cuter. That's what I always think when I'm watching other people make cards is, Now, did they do that because that's the kind of paper that they have the most of, or did they do that because they don't have that particular color stamp pad? You know, there's lots of reasons why people choose to do things the way they do. All right, that one's a little more on the paper, so give that a little more space. And now this one will go up on dimensionals. So put one down there, and we'll put one here. Just peel the backs off of those. My hands are a little bit sticky right now, so there. Okay. Put that right there in the middle and up the highest. Okay, and then this is also going to go on dimensionals. I'm going to just do a little something on this one. I got a little bit too much glue, and so I have this glue eraser thing, and some of that glue turned pink and I don't like it, so I'm just going to get that off of there with this glue eraser. Okay, that's better. All right, so I'm going to put this on dimensionals, but I'm only going to put a dimensional on the bottom of it, and the top part I'm going to put glue on because this one is already raised. So it's going to rest on there. And I don't need it raised twice as high on the top as on the bottom. So just a little thank you. So cute. And then I'll do a bow. And I'm going to use, you could use twine on this, you could use, but I really like this. I use this a lot. This is my second or third pack of this Baker's Twine Essentials pack. And I'm going to pick out there's one that's crumb cake. And I'm just going to make a bow here using this little bow jig tool that I got at a rummage sale, I think. There we go. Clip the ends a little bit. Attach that with a glue dot. Or even, I'll just roll this glue dot out because it's a little big for this little knot here. Put it right there. Okay. All right. Cute, cute, cute. And then I'm going to put some of these dragonflies on. I'm running out of dragonflies. I'll have to order some more dragonflies. These are really thin and they lay really flat. And we'll put one here. And we'll put one. I kind of tried to put it halfway on and halfway off this toadstool, but I'm going to put it all the way on this time. There we go. Wow, two different ones. They really don't look all that different with the different paper in the background. And I actually think I like this one better. It's a little bit busier, but I like how it draws the colors in. All right, I promised, or maybe I didn't promise, but I have some other cards made with this same paper to show you in just a few minutes. This would be an alternate if you didn't have the dragonflies or didn't want to use dragonflies. You could use these celebration dots. These are also free with a $60 purchase. They're called Purple Adhesive Backed Sequins. And as you can see, they're not exactly purple. This one is has a little bit of the fresh freesia. It's kind of iridescent. This one almost seems more pinkish. There's your fresh freesia, and this one is kind of a little more reddish purple. So they're not all purple, and that's free with a $60 purchase as well. If you don't have a catalog to see what we have that's free, right now, in addition to the annual catalog, we have this mini catalog that goes from January until the end of April. And this is where I found the Toadstool punch and paper. There it is right here. And there's some samples of some cards that were made there. They used these little dots. I don't remember where those are from, but any dots you like. This one uses some white dots. It's a lot simpler. I'll show you some real cards. They're more fun to look at. And then this is the celebration catalog. This is good until the end of February only. And this has all the free products that you can pick from. And there's 14 different things in here that you can choose. Last week I made some cards using this friendly seagulls that are really adorable. So you could go back and look on my YouTube channel and find that. I also have it in my newsletter, which if you want to be subscribed to my newsletter, you can email me at merry-go-round-cards, that's MARYGOROUNDCARDS at gmail.com, and that's also in the description down below this video. You could also email me if you would like me to get on my mailing list, and then you'll have all the class schedules and more ideas, and whenever there's a sale or the new kits come out, whatever, that's what I put in my newsletter, which comes out about twice a month. So this is where I got the paper from. Here's the Toadstool paper right over here. Like I said, there's 14 different things in here, and you got to kind of use your eyes because some of them are kind of tricky. There's some ribbon down there. These are the purple dots down here. There's an embossing folder here. So lots of cool things you can get. And I don't know if I should say this, but by the time this video gets out, I think there's more things coming next week. So here we go. I also have my host code listed in the description down below. So this is a card I made. I kind of took an idea from somebody else that I really liked, and I changed up the sides here. I used that new embossing folder here and made this white because I just wanted a little more resting space for my eyes. Okay, so it's sending you a big hug, and then this part opens, and this isn't glued in yet. Sometimes I like to stamp them before I glue them. It's really a good policy in case you mess up on your stamping. Okay, this one I got in a swap. I can't tell you who it was from because I don't remember. This uses that really pretty, it's different colors, but you just use the stamp and different paper, and it's great. This one was made by one of the regional directors at Stampin' Up, Shannon West, and I just really love the simplicity of it. You are magical. This is one of the ones that was in the catalog as an example, and I just made up what was in the catalog. I used the little butterflies here, popping up to say hi. This one is also popping up to say hi. Used an embossing folder here, some of the papers here, stamped. These stems are stamped. These little mushrooms are stamped. And I always like this layout for cards. this 4 different sizes and papers that coordinate, that are all fit together in like a puzzle. You are magical. Popping up to say hi. They use some of that white from the basic twine pack there. And the oranges. I love this color. I love this. Ooh, I can't even think of what it's called. Peach pie. I love that color. Here we go. Another popping up to say hi. And then the inside, you could put Happy Valentine's Day if you wanted to. On this one, and I didn't do this on this on my card yet, but I did it on my sample card. I took some Wink of Stella, forgot about that, and I just brushed it on the tops of the Toadstools, just to give the card a little bit of a sparkle. I saw that on this card that I got in a swap, and I really liked that element. So I'll finish that up later, but that's what it looks like. It just has a little bit of a shine, a little sparkle. So this is actually like quadruple matted. There's a base, a frame that's done with an embossing folder, another color, and then the designer series paper right there. This is really cute. I remember this one was made by Kathy Miller, a friend of mine. And she used one of the free items in here in the Celebration catalog that I tend to think of as a scrapbooking stamp set, because everything is really big. It says, "What a wonderful day." But look what she did with it. You open it up and open it up, and there on the inside is where you write your little message. Isn't that cute? You are magical. Just a different layout. Put a mushroom inside. And this is another design. I almost made this card today. Another design I did, but then I made that other one and I liked it better. But this is certainly a cute card. This uses the free ribbon, crinkled seam binding ribbon, 3/8 of an inch, and it ties really beautifully. Very easy to work with. And then I used some of the free dots here, celebration dots. But I cut a little hole here and framed it. There you go. If you'd like directions for that one, let me know and I can type them up for you. I would do that. So is there anything else I need to tell you today? Let me just check my list here. Told you about what Celebration is. I told you where to find my host code. Told you when Celebration is. If you'd like to order from me, you can find my link in the description below. I'll be sharing more Celebration videos with you in upcoming weeks. So I really appreciate your business. I really, really appreciate it if you share my videos, if you share what you see. I have a Facebook business page, Merry-Go-Round Cards. Whatever you see on there, if you share it, it can go to the main feed, and it will be doing your friends that craft a favor, that they now know where a resource is for making cards, a local resource. Thank you. Bye.